Well, great. And what are you going to play for us next, Brendan and Anna?
We're trying to, with like the music that we're playing at the moment, we're trying to find music from lots of different places. So in our concert we're doing next week, we're doing some folk tunes from Scotland, some from England, some from Brazil, as well as like a few more kind of traditional Western classical stuff. But we're also playing this Indian piece, which was written by an Indian violinist called Kala Ramnath, who's like the goddess of Indian violin. And I don't know how much you know about Indian violin, but I didn't really know anything. So you have to play the Indian violin proper, you have to sit on the floor. You rest the scroll on your feet. It's tuned slightly differently, and you know, like Indian music has all of this like sliding around. That the fact that it's on the floor means that you can slide around quite easily. But I'm not going to do that because we don't have a nice enough carpet. You have to have a very nice rug.
Okay, the standard of the rug is very important when you play the Indian violin.
Well, it actually is. And I realised actually after we learnt this piece that I've actually played with Kala Ramnath before, and she had an amazing rug. So anyway, it's this is kind of two very short separate things called Alap and Tarana. And the Alap is kind of quite slow and searching, and then the Tarana is like it's a dance. I think it's a dance. Yeah.
Cool.
So yeah, I've had to try and learn how to play Indian style of violin, and I don't sound like an Indian violinist, so this is kind of our interpretation. And Brendan doesn't really sound like a sitar either. So yeah.
Well, I was going to say, because they have a totally different scale system anyway, don't they?
They do, yeah. They use all of the notes that we use, but they add extra ones in as well. So yeah.
So you're going to have to miss out several notes for this today, for this performance.
Yeah, basically. I mean, luckily the violin's got all the notes somewhere here. You just got to find them, which is the knack of the violin in general, I suppose.
Well, I can't wait. You've really built this up now, so I'm really looking forward to it.
Maybe too much.
Absolutely gorgeous. Wow. Thanks so much. It sounded so unusual as well. I can't get over how it wasn't quite Indian. It was almost Middle Eastern for me. I'm not really sure. What about you, Rich? What did you think?
Yeah, it's because you described it so well beforehand, then listening to it, I was listening out for that Indian flavour and that Indian feel, and then I was detecting it at points. But I wonder how I would have felt about it if I hadn't have known everything beforehand. When you do a performance, do you often explain the music and the tracks that you're about to play, the specific piece of music, or do you leave it completely for the audience to make up their own interpretation?
Explain something about them. It kind of depends, I suppose, doesn't it?
It does. I mean, again, traditionally, like in classical concerts, I think there's not enough of explanation, so you're sort of expected to sit down for an hour and a half and listen to all this very complicated stuff, and and no one tells you how to listen to it or what to listen out for. So it's nice to get a little bit of that, but then, as you say, you don't want to sort of break down and analyse everything, because then people can't have as much freedom to make up their own mind about what they feel or what it reminds them of. So it's trying to balance that right. We found doing online concerts, we sort of have to make sure we talk more regularly, because otherwise it's you can't make someone listen to something for 20 minutes and then in case people are joining more often and things. So it's a little bit different to playing live in that way, but yeah, we like to say a little bit about it, I think.
Yeah, it's lovely to have the explanation, isn't it? And then the reaction afterwards. I imagine you can have a bit of a discussion with someone after you've done a gig as to their interpretation and actually what you meant for it.
Yeah, absolutely. And lots of times we have people coming up to us and saying like, "Oh, I enjoyed your explanation. I completely disagreed with everything you said."
Thought so.